I've always really loved animals. When I was a kid, I never wanted dolls. I'd only play with stuffed animals. I wanted to be a dog when I grew up. When I was 6, it was brought to my attention that chicken nuggets were made out of chickens. My little idiot brain was just developed enough to be like... It all started to come together. Chicken nuggets, dead chickens. Meatballs, dead cows. Pepperoni, dead whatever pepperoni's made out of. I just stopped eating it. I had never even heard of vegetarianism until that night when my mom told my dad, "Oh, by the way, your daughter's a vegetarian now." What's important to understand is that this was the mid-90s in a small town in Ohio. People didn't not eat meat. That just wasn't a thing. The only other vegetarian that I knew was Lisa Simpson. My family was a very, meat and mashed potatoes type household. They had no idea how to make a meal out of just vegetables. I ate mostly macaroni and cheese. It was mayhem at my elementary school. It was the first time they were required to have at least one meat-free option every day. The other kids, they didn't really bully me. They were just sort of dicks about it. I mean, it really bothered me. I couldn't not think of meat as body parts. It was like a horror movie. And then going into middle school, other kids would argue with me about it all the time. Lions eat animals. I'm not a lion. And then they were always trying to tell me what I could and couldn't eat. You're allowed to eat fish. They're not real animals. Oh, but eggs are okay? You'll eat baby chickens? Listen, dickface. I'm not a vegan and that shit ain't fertilized. Back up and stop telling me what I can and can't do. Suck on those eggs. Eating out was always kind of risky. I'd always have to harass the server about what their sauce is made of, or what kind of broth they used in the vegetable medley soup. It made me really self-conscious because I always felt like I was being annoying. It's not like I liked having to constantly remind everyone that I was a vegetarian, but they tend to forget otherwise. Any potluck, barbecue, 9 times out of 10 I'd show up and it would be Meat City. Somebody would always notice my sad little plate of carrot sticks, and suddenly I'd be surrounded by people. What do you mean you don't eat meat? The hell do you eat? I got so sick of trying to explain it to people. It got to the point where I stopped telling people I was a vegetarian. Stopped going to barbecues. I wouldn't go to any restaurant unless I'd been there before and knew for sure I'd be able to eat something other than grilled cheese. When I was 16 or 17, I was like, okay, I don't want to eat macaroni and cheese anymore. Better learn how to cook. I started watching the Food Network, collecting cookbooks. I discovered the magic that is tofu. I developed this superpower to look at any recipe and figure out how to make it vegetarian. Not long after that, I started meeting other vegetarians. Suddenly, it was like a hip thing to do. All these celebrities started doing it. Ashton Kutcher, Natalie Portman. Isn't Mike Tyson a vegetarian?
Becoming a vegan, it gave me another opportunity to live a healthy life. And I was just horrible. I was so congested from all the drugs and bad cocaine. I could hardly breathe, high blood pressure, almost dying. And then once I became a vegan, all that stuff, it diminished.
And he'll bite your ear off. Nowadays, it's completely normal. Nobody cares. If I go to a barbecue and make some big announcement that I'm a vegetarian, they'd just be like, yeah, so, you and half the people here. For as long as I can remember, being a vegetarian was what defined me. But it's normal now, and I don't feel like I have to apologize for it anymore. I'm just waiting for the day the demand for meat becomes unsustainable and the whole industry comes crumbling to the ground. Everybody's gonna be knocking on my door asking for my tofu recipe. When that day comes, I'll be ready.